Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go.
Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to my vlog. Reviving Uncle's farm. This has been a long time running story, isn't it? Okay, I have dumped some wheat for the chickens, but I guess I overfilled it. It got spilled a little bit. Anyway, I am feeding my chickens at the moment. And I am also waiting for someone to come pick me up. Because I am meeting with the van owner. You know, the one that brought us the vending machine. And I am going to buy it. So yeah, we were talking around 11,000 for the van. It's still quite new, so it should be good, but I'm gonna try to negotiate a bit better price. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna dump this wheat straight into the seed maker. I'm not gonna start producing seed at the moment, but because I had it in the bucket, why not just do the most sensible thing, I believe. Anyway, I'm waiting for someone to come pick me up, and I will probably tag back in after the meeting and after everything is settled, because I don't wanna, you know, privacy reasons and everything like that. I will probably not be able to record everything that happens and the talks and negotiations, if I can say so. Oh yeah, let's turn this pretty bastard off and go. And the deal has been struck. I have paid and successfully negotiated to 10,500 for the van, which is waiting for me just around the corner. I got the keys, we settled everything, and I just had to wait until the banks were open. So I was able to make the purchase, but this is it. This is our new vehicle. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, it's got plenty of room inside. So, yeah, no time to waste. I have to get the vending machines refilled, and I have to sell all the vegetables that are waiting at the garden. I believe I also have a pallet or two of wool waiting at the sheep pen. So no time to waste. I also need to bale the straw on the field today. And I was checking the forecast, and it's supposed to be raining at around 3 p.m. Which means I don't have unlimited amount of time to take care of the fields. So I will have to make sure that I bale the fields and take the bales off the fields and under cover, because I don't want anything to get wet and starts destroying itself, you know. One thing is that hay or straw can start rotting, but another more dangerous thing is, you know, as I've been talking with some local farmers here, your bales, if they are moist and they start fermenting, they can actually catch on fire. And this has been a problem for not a few farmers that had their farms burned down, or, you know, barns and whole stocks of feed and bedding, because the bales actually caught on fire because they were too moist. And, you know, rotting or fermenting, you know, both processes I think are the same in the core. Anyway, it produces heat, and when you have bales stacked tightly together, that heat doesn't have anywhere to go, and the warmer it is, the faster the fermenting process is. So yeah, and then you have a real cascade of problems. Yeah, I was wondering if I am even able to get through, but I definitely am. Perfect. Yeah, this is going to be such an upgrade. So give me a few minutes while I load this, and we'll see you when I'm done. Alright, we have barely managed to get everything in the van. I possibly could get another pallet at the back, but I have to be careful because of the doors. And look at that, we are completely full. I'm gonna have to strap everything down so it doesn't move around, and I have to stop at the chicken coop to load the rest of the eggs that we have, and I'll be on my way. I might even put the trailer, the water tanker, on this van because it has a conveniently placed hitch, so I can take water to the sheep pen while I'm at it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best. Okay, everything strapped down. The doors are closed. Yeah. The previous owner made some modifications to the van, and it actually has a self-closing mechanism. And yeah, I really can feel the weight. Okay, so let me try and put the water tanker on. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's do the first ride without the trailer. I can still go with the trailer and an empty van a bit later on. You know, when conveniently, if it starts raining in the afternoon when I have everything under cover that I need to have it under cover. Yeah, I can then take the van, because now I actually have a covered vehicle to take my stuff. Perfect. Perfect for the eggs. Yeah, I actually have now a covered vehicle to take all my stuff to sell points and everything that needs to be transported, so awesome. Perfect. I'm loving it. Okay. Okay, it's a longer van. I have to be careful around the corners. Noted. Well, that was fast. I set my cruise control to 70 because I don't want to speed, you know, too much. I have a lot of weight in the back. But this really makes it fast. Man, it's a whole new world compared to what I had before when I delivered everything with a tractor. Beautiful. Okay, let me open the gates, doors, start loading. I do have to be quite careful around the corners when I'm loaded like this, because the van seems to be very top heavy. And it would be quite easy to topple the van over. So I have to keep that in mind. I can't rush around the corners, around the bends over here. This beautiful Irish countryside. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. And oh no, look at that. The rain is already in the forecast. Oh no. I have to make a move. Okay, so all I need to do is put some strawberries into the vending machine. I have to go to the pub, sell the rest. And no time to waste, I have to be on the tractor and start baling. And then quickly take the bales off of the field. So yeah, it looks like I know exactly what I'm doing today. Good. Now to the pub. And another 1,500 for the rest of the vegetables. Now I really have to get a move on. So let me turn the fan on. Let me show you how this works. So I actually press a button right here on the dash. And all the doors close at the same time. Isn't this fun? Yeah, I love it. You know, these traders, they sometimes modify their vans to suit their needs. But usually it's like, you know, a mobile workshop or something like that. But this one, yeah, he took it to a whole nother level. Excuse me. So the next question is where I'm gonna park this beauty. I love it. And it has a nice color, you know, it's rarely... You rarely see a van like this. They're usually white or sometimes black. Sometimes yellow if it's a delivery service or something like that. But... Okay, so... Let me get the John Deere ready. Do we have this? Yeah. Take it off. Pull the pin out. And I'm going to need some fuel. But not right now. I think I'm gonna have quite enough to bale the field. Yeah, I did want to say that we are almost at calving again. The 2 grown-up cows are ready to pop. Anytime now. Which means that I'm gonna start getting some milk again. And the little calves are around halfway through their puberty. So it's still going to take a while until they are ready to be bred. But yeah, we are gonna start getting milk. So I was researching online, and basically only the silage food that we give our cows is not the most optimal thing you can do for your cattle. Okay, so it's a lot better if you give them a mix of feed. Give me a second so I start this. See that everything is working as it should. Okay, it's picking up nicely. Yeah, so it's the best way to go around this is to give your cattle a mixture of silage and a mixture of hay. That's the basis, you know. You can pad it with some straw, not too much, you know, and I think it's maybe around 20 to mostly to up to 30%, but nothing more. Okay. Right. Where was I? Yeah. So you can put in hay, you can put in silage, you know, 50-50%, I think it works. I have both at the moment, and I have quite a lot of... Wrong gear. Oh man, I didn't get a good night's sleep, I will admit that. It happens, you know. So, but you can add some mineral feed. That is something I can buy at the dealers. And mineral feed, you know, this is basically some salts and some minerals for your cattle, so they have a balanced diet. and balanced diet is something that I should strive to give to my animals, because it's gonna improve their health. That's one thing, and as a result, they're going to produce even more milk and with a higher quality. Okay, so I definitely want to start thinking in that direction. And I was already looking, because you prepare TMR in a mixer wagon. There are some other ways to do it, but the easiest or the most sensible way I actually found is to have a mixer wagon of some sort, where you put different ingredients in, and it has these big knives that turn around and mix everything, you know, into a nice little homogenic pulp or material. Do I have it in the right gear? Yeah. I want to make the same mistake. Yeah, and then it dumps straight into the feeding trough. So something like that would be, I think it would be perfect. I don't need anything huge or, you know, too big, but something. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out, and maybe I can get something for a reasonable price. I did spend quite a lot on my van, but you know, money is always rolling in, so I am very confident that I'll be able to do something about it. Anyway, let me bale this in a time lapse. Otherwise, I'm just gonna ramble on. I have checked, and I still have quite a lot of net wrap in the baler, which I think is gonna be enough. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see you a bit sooner. Okay, so it turns out that I have enough netting in my... Ooh, I forgot to put down the pickup. Yeah, he who does not thinketh. Use the old English. Anyway, yeah, it seems like I've had enough of netting in the baler, but it's definitely not going to be enough for another baling session, where I suppose I'm gonna make silage out of that grass. Yeah, I have decided on the bales, and I might even get rid of the silage pit and sell the forage wagon, because I don't think I'm gonna have a use for it after I do the bales, the baling. Or the baling silage, yeah. Silage bales. Come on. Okay, I have counted in between and we are at 13th bale right now. So 13 bales off of this field, I think it's a very good yield. And what, 11,000 and something of wheat. Yeah. I feel like we're taking care of our land quite nicely. So I'm very happy with this. And if I tore down the silage pit, I might even build some kind of a shed in it instead to put more equipment in to have it as a bale storage, possibly. And this right here concludes the baling session of today's wheat harvest. Or today's baling session. Yeah, that's a better wording for it. Okay, so now it's going to be the Massey Ferguson time. Time to step up. Time to be the leader, the main performer. Hey. Yeah, so for the silage bales, you can do them later in the year because you don't need to leave the grass in the air to dry up. You can bale it semi-dry. Need the other attachment in front. Now where did I leave that? Here, no, not. Probably back then when I was loading manure. Yeah, so this is the prime example why you always have to put your implements where you found them or where you usually leave them. Okay, so here it is. I actually found it. Now I definitely need to wash it before I take it on the field. But what was I talking about? I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, the bales are going in that part of the storage. Let me wash this down and wash the tractor while I'm at it. And I haven't washed this tractor for a long time, haven't I? I'm not gonna go too much into the details, just the basic wash off. And the grime on the front loader arm is really tough. It does not want to go. It's all crusted and dried up. You know, it's like cement. I'm gonna spend a bit more time on this. Okay. Away we go. As usual, I want to have my bales on the flat side. I think I feel it's safer that way. You know, if you have them on the round side, they can roll. If you have them on the flat side, they can topple over, that's true. But it's a lot more stable, a lot easier to handle. I can put them together like this, take them 2 by 2. I don't really dare loading more than 2 onto this tractor. It's an old one. It probably has the first axle. So why don't we take it slow, steady, safe? You know, it's better to be slow and do the job than be fast and, you know, fail to do the job, or don't finish the job completely because you have some sort of an accident or a breakdown. Okay. Or it's fine. It's straw. Doesn't get damaged. Okay, last bale. So I actually managed to get everything under cover before the rain started, so I'm very pleased with that. I still have about 2 hours of time in between now and when the rain starts, or is supposed to start. So yeah, I'm very happy with this result, and I'm going to stack this a little bit higher if I get anything else into here. So, you know, I can maybe park a vehicle or have a tractor undercover here. This was the logic behind this high stacking. Very careful I don't bump anything. I don't know if you noticed, but the tractor actually cut out on me when I was in the courtyard here with 2 bales. I don't know what that's all about, but I gotta check. Maybe the tractor is worn out a bit again. I did service it not too long ago, I think, but it's having some issues. You know, if I get the chance, I do want to replace this Massey with something else. I will not be selling it. Even if I get something else, I will probably just take the front loader off and take all these mechanisms off. These mechanisms that are for attaching the front loader. And I'm gonna clean it up, repaint it, service it, and I'm gonna park it somewhere to be the icon of my farm, because this is the tractor I started with. This was the only tractor that was here, and it was in a terrible shape, and I actually serviced it back to health, nursed it back to health. Now I do need somewhere to park the van, fine like this for today. But I'm thinking this bay right here, if I move the pallet fork somewhere else, and maybe if I make this Goren's weeder and put it somewhere. I think this barn is still mostly empty. Yeah, so it can go here. Oh, I already have these here. I forgot. Because I was thinking that I need to go to the store and buy a whole new pallet. Perfect. Perfect. Well, that was a nice little surprise from me to myself. So, yeah, this is going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.